Hey folks, welcome to Playing in Traffic. Today's episode is kind of short, but wanted to document this because of my, like a lot of people, I look at tornadoes and my mind gets blown. And I'm at Route 61, the intersection of Route 61 and 278 in Dallas, Georgia. And real quick, I'm going to just say, so the weekend of March 14th, first off, the lead up to the weekend of March 14th, that's a Friday. The lead up to it was, I thought it was a lot of clickbait stuff on Facebook. Weather people saying this is going to be, this weather pattern that's coming is going to be a devastating one. And I'm saying, I think as early as March 7th, I did some research on this, as early as March 7th, weather centers all over the United States, the main ones, the top spokespeople for that were saying the atmosphere was coming together and was going to form an absolutely devastating weekend starting around the 13th or 14th of March, the 14th being that Friday. So I started getting concerned, being in the western suburb of, not too far here from Dallas, Georgia. And let me tell you something, folks. Look at this right here. So later on this week, I'm filming this right now on Saturday, March 29th. I'm filming this right now. I'm not really sure when I'm going to post this. But so Saturday, March 15th was when that front with the tornadoes crossed the Alabama-Georgia line. And so I remember, I have a video. I'm going to put it in my description, a link to it. I started following on the 14th myself, and you know, that was at that time, that was Arkansas and Missouri. Oh my God, there was an EF4 up there, devastating monster tornado, EF4 in the Missouri area. Arkansas got hit hard, and as that front was floating across the United States, Alabama was in its crosshairs, Tennessee on Saturday. So Saturday I started going, all right, well, what's going to be the plan if in my area we get a warning? So my son watches Max Velocity on YouTube, who I started watching that weekend. Leading up to that weekend, I watched Ryan Hall on YouTube, and it's like live extreme weather, like what's going on, especially when you're getting this extreme weather pattern. You know, Ryan Hall or Max Velocity really keep you up to date. And I remember Max Velocity talking about the line of tornadoes that was running through Alabama. And this coming week, I'm actually planning on being in Plantersville, that suffered through an EF3 Saturday night around 9 p.m. We got a warning at our home at right around midnight. I may have been 11:45. And then this was the result of that warning. This is again Dallas, Georgia. This hit about 8 miles from my house. And like when you hear about an EF1, look, I have no experience with tornadoes. And the EF1, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to run the camera, and I'm going to probably end up closing this video out on the way out. So this route right here, my understanding is this tornado, it ran approximately, I believe, 11 miles up Route 61. Just say from that direction, south to north. and had peak winds of 110 miles an hour. 200 yards wide was this tornado. And I actually came out here because, and I'm going to put a picture of a downed statue that it was made in California. It was like I think they call it Big Mike's Plumber. I'm going to put the actual name. But they said there was they were just showing damage from the tornado. I did not see this till I got here. And I'm going to tell you what, folks, on the way back, going down, I guess that would be saying south on Route 61. Property has a bunch of trees. And, yo, the damage, you can actually, look, we're going to, you know what, I can move the camera, I'm going to one wheel over to this one spot and give you an idea. The damage up the Route 61 here, it actually was it was pretty over, it blew my mind. An EF1. So the safety precautions that I took, because when we got our tornado warning, when this one hit here, I'm glad I did that, because what I saw on the way up here, some of these trees, massive trees, uprooted. Lots snapped in half, but the ones just toppled over from the ground. It was absolutely devastating. So you can see in the distance, this is south direction on Route 61. You can see in the distance, these trees. They look like they were sawed down. Okay. When I'm going on the way back, I'm going to show you, because you can see some snapped off up top. Look, like halfway up. A number of them over here, another one there. Just snapped at the halfway point. These over here down completely. Looks like, again, this very well could be, they were already splitting and they cut them down right away. Statue here made it. This statue here is still here, and I swear the statue that I saw that was down was somewhere near this. You can see this Waffle House sign took damage as well. This completely knocked over, this with a brick base. Completely eliminated right here. You see the Waffle House sign, and then right on the other side here, it looks like obviously part of the sign here got blown out too. And the I guess that's Verizon. That part's just sitting down there with some of the framework. I gotta tell you, I got a bunch of trees right out back, and I'm not gonna lie, I was concerned, and I was following it for a couple days, and I'm gonna do a couple episodes based on what happened that weekend. That was 115 tornadoes from that outbreak, or that week. On that weekend, there's a Wikipedia now page for that weekend. They're saying March 13th to the 16th, maybe the 17th. And oh boy, yeah, it's frightening, man. It's real. It is. It's frightening to see this. To see it on TV is bad enough, but then to see it in person is just—it's a whole nother thing to physically see. I've been through here a few times, this area right here, driving through, and to see the destruction is really it's mind-boggling. But and at the word, like I said, the word was EF1. Ran for, again, the 11-mile run at 200 yards wide. Just like, and this, you know, and what I do to myself is kind of like so when I'm sitting in an area, whether I'm doing a story, whatever I'm doing a video on, I just stand here and go, cannot believe something happened to that magnitude right where I'm standing at another point in time, and it's really something else. Yeah, let me move on to the next part of this. Well, okay, after a little bit of investigation via the internet, I realized where the Big Mike Plummer statue. Actually, there was actually a lot of people like that actually used to visit this spot to see this statue, that are into that, which is cool. I dig statues too. And if this is the Uniroyal gal that I saw mentioned in regard, also along with the Big Mike statue, he was holding a wrench. I'm going to share pictures of all these things right about now. And as we pan over here to the left, this was where the statue, the Big Mike statue, I think it was about 20 feet high, but I'm going to say there's the framework right there. And I could tell from the picture I saw on the internet with the Verizon, just lining the Verizon up with this physical therapy here, that statue was sitting right here, and they did remove that. And my understanding is that they're sending it to Virginia for repairs. But I'll also share the picture of you with this. Was in the background of the picture of the Big Mike statue toppled over. So I'm traveling on south Route 61 in Dallas, and just giving you an idea of the amount of damage. You see this roof right here on the right hand side. Some damage there, obviously. But it just gets, you start seeing these things just snapped up at the top. Look at this. Look at the size of the truck. Look at this. My goodness. Wow. It just really is unbelievable. It really is unbelievable. Look, halfway up, snapped. All over. Look at this. Oh my goodness. My understanding was just the tornado was just running right up this Route 61. And you can just see what it's doing. And apparently the downtown Dallas, Georgia, the tornado actually, look at this. The tornado itself actually lifted or maybe redirected and missed that part. All right, folks, that's going to do it for this video. Just that really was startling to see the damage there, and I'm not really into shock videos. It's not my thing. Actually, none of my content really calls for that. And so my whole point is that it's just the overwhelming, and over the next the handful of tornado-based videos that I do have on my channel, that I will have on my channel. It's just I'll kind of reference where the background of having an interest in a tornado. It's the weirdest looking thing I've ever seen in my life. Period. Oh my God, the pollen around here is a thing. So that's what these eyes are saying right now. They're screaming itch. But anyway, yeah. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next episode. Have a great day, pleasant tomorrow, and stay safe, man. If there's a call, if there is a tornado warning, seek shelter. That's it. And there's no such thing as one too small. No such thing at all. All right, folks.